Hello, friends. Today on Study Scripture Online, I want to take just a couple of minutes to chat with you about the danger of parental favoritism. It would be hard to find a more dysfunctional family than the Patriarch Joseph's birth family. And one of the key reasons for that dysfunction was his father's favoritism. Joseph was the 11th of the 12 sons of Jacob. He was the apple of his father's eye, and his father made no effort to conceal it. When parents play favorites, it sets into motion terrible twists and turns in the lives of children. The favored child rarely sees that he is being favored, but often becomes arrogant and irresponsible. The children who are neglected invariably suffer confusion toward the parent, resentment toward the favored sibling, and poor self-esteem. There is no doubt such dynamics were at play in this home. Genesis 37 clearly tells us Jacob loved Joseph more than any of his other sons. And it tells us why. Because he had been born to him in his old age. There is undoubtedly a tendency for parents to be more lenient with their younger children. Furthermore, they often have more resources and tend to spend those resources more generously on the younger child. Joseph's coat of many colors is evidence that this was going on in his home. The ultimate effect of Jacob's favoritism toward Joseph should not surprise us. We are told in verse 4, when his brothers saw that their father loved him more than any of them, they hated him and could not speak a kind word to him. Who is at fault here? Well, certainly the brothers are at fault, because hatred is a sin. In fact, the scriptures make it clear that it can be tantamount to murder. Still, I think Jacob is even more guilty than the brothers. Their sin was instigated by his. If he hadn't shown favoritism, the brothers may not have hated. I've seen many families where a parent's favoritism caused incredible pain and destructiveness. I've seen the wounds in the lives of the child who is neglected. I've seen the resentment created between siblings when children were treated unequally in their parents' will, and the resultant hatred has broken families completely apart. The result of favoritism in this story is that Joseph was sold into slavery and didn't see his family for decades. Parents, renounce favoritism. I know your children are not all the same. One is undoubtedly more compliant than another. One may be a harder worker or more responsible with money, even more lovable than another. But don't play favorites. Make a conscious effort to treat them equally in respect to the time you offer them, in the love you show them, in the help you extend to them, and even in your wills. For further exploration of this topic, click the link below, which will take you to a sermon entitled When Parents Play Favorites, based on Genesis 37.